Hello viewers, welcome to our Power BI video sessions. Today I am going to enlighten you between calculated column and another important concept that is called as a measurements. Ideally, both calculated column and measurements includes that some particular formula or some business logics you are going to apply. But then question comes, what's the difference between a calculated column? Here I am calculated column indicates a kind of new column inside Power BI where you can apply some formulas or some functions. So to get the difference between these two, first let us try to understand exactly what is our purpose. Moving back to the Power BI, you can see that this kind of charts we want to display. Now, this particular chart, basically this straight horizontal line indicates it's the average cost of different books. And precisely if I click on where the book names are coming in the x-axis, their individual prices are coming in the form of columns on the y-axis, and this deep blue horizontal line, it is basically reflecting the average of all the books. Now, because the average of all the books will be a static figure, so we are getting a straight horizontal line. So this particular types of chart basically showing you which books are having their individual prices more than the average price of all the books, and which books are having lower prices as compared to overall average price. So to understand the concept, here you can see this is the data. Let's move to the data view. In our data view, you will find that these are my actual columns which we have derived from our books data, however, which is containing a column called price. Now you see that I have calculated a commission. So basically here it is coming as a new column. How can I understand? Because by this symbol, you can see wherever you are applying some formulas, definitely some symbols are coming, different kind of symbols are coming. So you have to understand that it's a calculated column. Now, if you click on the commission, definitely in the formula bar, I can see I have taken 10% of price. So the formula is visibly clear inside formula bar. And in the data view, you are getting the different records, different values for each different rows. Similarly, I have calculated another thing. So basically, how did I calculate it? Simply, if you right click on any column, you will get there are two options. One is new measure, another is new column. So if you want to create a column, definitely you can say new column, and definitely inside automatically this formula bar will appear, and inside the formula bar, I repeat, inside this formula bar, you have to apply the formula. And here, like in Excel or any other normal programming languages, Power BI supports plus, minus, multiplication, all these things exactly in the same way. So we are using the star marks or the asterisks for multiplying to calculate the 10%, because 10% indicates 0.1. So simply I have made this kind of formula. And again, similarly, you can see the last row is our actual price. I'm talking about this. So definitely, if this kind of data comes to you, actual price, you can see the business logic is there. where I have calculated price plus commission to give the actual price. Now the question is, as well as now, here you can see another thing I have. This is once again another particular thing, say mean price. Now this mean price, here I have used an inbuilt Power BI function called average, and this is also a calculated column. So I have applied exactly in the same way, new column. Now, what is then measurements? Let's try to understand. I can choose any particular column and right click. Now, if I take the new measure option, I can create a measurement value. So I'm choosing new measurement. And suppose the same average value I want to calculate. So definitely you can see I can give, say, complete name average price, or say average book price. And exactly the same function I'm using, average of books. And suppose I want to calculate the average of the actual prices. So I'm choosing this thing and closing the bracket and pressing the enter key. Now, what you can get, you can see inside there, this is my data set, which is containing all the columns as well as the calculated columns. And now I have created a measurements. So now measurements will also be a part of your data. Now, unfortunately, if you can look, you are not getting any extra column. And unlike the new measurements, new columns, you are not getting what is the value coming. Remember, for a measurements using the data view, we never come to know what value exactly it is containing inside. And for that, what I want, I am going to report view, open the report view. I'm opening a new page. Here I'm choosing, that is our card. This is called card. And I exactly do not require such a big area because only the average amount I want to display. So definitely I can make it smaller, much more smaller. And this is only having one property called fields. So definitely I can say I can bring average book price and put it here. So thus it is showing me the overall prices, average prices for all the books. Remember, we have taken actual price column, so that is why it is showing the average book price for all the actual prices of the books. This is one thing. So first thing you have to understand that for a calculated column, the value can be then and there displayed inside the data view, but for a measurement, it will not happen. You generally have to take the help of report view, and similar tools you have to apply to understand the value of a particular measurements. Now coming to our desired chart. So you remember that we have in the beginning displayed this particular chart. This is the output we want, where this average line has to be drawn because it's a fixed value. So definitely it will be a horizontal line. Now the question is, which kind of chart is going to be utilized? So coming here, and inside my visualization tool, I can see a lot of varieties. Definitely, I can see there is a component called line and stack column. So I'm choosing somewhere in the blank area. I'm quickly selecting this thing, enlarging it so that wider area I can use for plotting the chart and the associated values. Now, this particular thing are having different properties. Some of you may get x-axis. Otherwise, this is shared axis also means the same thing. So basically, I'm choosing book name because book name I want to plot as per the x-axis. So nothing is visible so far because in the values part, I have not defined anything. So if I say line values, or say, first of all, I'm taking the column values. So definitely I can say I am taking the actual price. So where is my actual price? I have to go top because these are alphabetically sorted. So actual price I'm taking and I'm choosing inside the column values. So now my chart is drawn. You can see in the x-axis, all the book names are coming. And on the y-axis, you can see as a tooltip text, it is showing what is the book name and what it is its actual price. So if I put it here, now I can come to know what is the book name and what is its actual price. So one part of the chart is made, and now I'm going to display how we can put an average line. And now please see it carefully. There is another option because you have taken line and column chart, so you are getting a separate property for line values. So definitely, if I say, for example, I am going to bring a particular measurements. Now see, if I take the measurements, which one is our measurements? Definitely, you will find that there is this particular symbol is basically these are some, you can see. Let's look, we have already created a measurements, so that you should not get confused. So average book price, it's a measurements. You can see here, it is no average book price column is coming, only the output or the formula is coming. So going back to the chart, so we can identify that average price is and it is coming on top, average book price. So now you see, if I select this average book price and bring it in the line values, you will find that surprisingly, you are not getting a straight line. What it is doing, it is taking the individual prices of all the books and accordingly. So if the first book is there, its average and actual price will remain same, and that is why you are not getting a straight line. Of course, these types of things you have to understand logically, so I am removing it. Instead, you remember I have taken a new column also where I have applied the same function, and for me the new column was something like mean price. So if I take mean price inside the column, or no, inside the line, I'm so sorry, I'm taking the line values, mean price. Now you are getting a straight horizontal line. So this is how you have to understand what to use, whether it will be convenient for you to use a measurement or convenient to use a new column. This is how logically we can build similar kinds of charts. And I hope by looking at this video, definitely you have understood well the concept of what's a new column and what's a new measurements, and how effectively both these techniques can be applied in any Power BI dashboard reports. Thank you. I hope you have liked the video. For more such tools and tips, please keep on watching our upcoming videos as well. Thank you.